Myself Shulata Pondit. I am from JNIT. Today's experiment topic is pulse code modulation technique, and this is a part of analog and digital communication system laboratory. Okay, I am now explaining the practical part of that experiment. Pulse code modulation technique, also called digital pulse code modulation technique. The step of pulse code modulation is: first analog signal is given to sampling circuit, then this signal is going to quantizing circuit, and then the output of quantizing is going to coding section. Then we get the digital signal, that is PCM signal. Okay, this is the theoretical part. But in lab, we explain the pulse code modulation technique by the this kit, that is DCL03, and demodulation kit, that is DCL04 pulse demodulation kit. By the help of these two kits and power supply and some connecting wires, we can get PCM signal and demodulated signal. One instrument is required to show the output, that is DSO, and the BNC port. So for pulse code modulation technique, we require pulse code modulation kit, demodulation kit, DSO and power supply and some connecting wires. At first, in the experiment here, the pulse code is generated by two-channel multiplexing circuit and sampling circuits, and the process is explaining I here. The circuit is designed by the connecting wires. Okay, at first we describe the how to connect the circuit in this kit. At first there is a two level, there is a two frequency, 500 Hz and 1 Hz. These signals to connected to the sampling and hold circuit. Okay, sampling and hold circuit, that is the channel 0, 500 Hz is connected to channel 0 at sampling and hold circuit. Channel 1 that is connect to the sampling and hold circuit input. Then we get the sampling and hold output, and this output is going to the multiplexer input, that is channel 0 is connected to channel 0 and 1 is connected to channel 1. Okay, it is easy to understand that 0 is connected to 0, 1 is connected to 1. That is first point is that the input signal is going to channel signals are going to the sampling and hold circuit, then the output of sampling and hold circuit is going to multiplexer. Then we get the mux output. Okay, then we get the, this is the PCM output. Then we going to the that part here, the output logic unit, then we TCL 0 clock, TX data, TX sync, this signal are here is generating. Okay, there need to consider there is a one clock, that is the main clock. Okay, the main clock we need to measure that, and this is the sampling and hold circuit, this is the multiplexing circuit clock. Okay, this also be needed to measurement. Okay, then this signal is going to the demodulation section, that is TX clock is connected to RX clock, TX data is connected to RX data, and TX sink is connected to RX sink. Okay, then DAC signal, DAC out is connected to demultiplexer output, and demultiplexer output is going to the fourth order Butterworth filter. Then we get the demodulated signal, that is our desired signal. Okay. Now we measure the all signals regarding PCM. Okay, we require DSO for measuring the signal and BNC probe. The BNC probe has two points. One is positive, one is negative. Negative part, that is grounded, is connected to ground, and positive part we need to connect the point which signal we need to measure. At first we connect the probe in the input, that is channel 1 input. Then we show the channel 1 signal in the DSO. Okay, this is the channel 1 signal and need to measure. Press stop. We get the channel 1 signal. Okay, next we need to measure the channel 2 signal. The measurement channel 1 signal, we need to connect the positive probe to channel 1. Okay, and then we get the channel 1 signal here in the DSO. Okay, next signal is to measure the clock. For measurement clock, we need to connect the positive point here and the negative point is connected to ground. Okay, then we get the output desired out. Then we get the desired output from the DSO by adjustment some switch, that is x-axis and y-axis. Okay, and the value is showing here. The value is 8.40 and frequency amplitude is 8.40 and frequency is 6.17 megahertz. Okay, then the next signal is the sampling multiplexer clock 1 and clock 2. We need to connect clock 1 and the output, as a previous step, the output is showing in DSO. We need some adjustment and the value is showing here 7.60 and need to stop the stop button. 7.60 and 7 frequency is 7.31. Then we need to measure the clock 2. Then this probe is connected to clock 2 and we get the clock 2 value is here. At first we need to press auto, then run stop, then we get the value. It is notable that two clock has same frequency and amplitude. Okay, then we going to the multiplexer output. Multiplexer output, for multiplexer output we need to connect the probe at multiplexer point. Then again we going to the DSO part and press auto. Then need some adjustment by removing x-axis, y-axis, by moving x-axis y axis of the DSO. Okay, this is our desired signal. Okay, this is our desired signal. Okay, this is our desired signal. Then we going to the next signal is TX clock. TX clock, we need to connect the probe at TX clock. Then we need to observe at DSO. Press auto button. Wait for some time for showing the signal. Then measure button press. This is TX clock. Then we need to measure TX data. TX data, connect to TX data. This is TX data. TX data. And then we need to go to the TX sync signal. TX sync signal also showing in DSO. Needs some adjustment. X-axis one, it is TS sync signal. Okay, it is TS sync signal. Then we going to add demodulation part. All TS sync signal is connected to RX sync. TX data is connected to RX data, and TX clock is connected to RX clock. Next, DAX signal, DAX out is connected to demodulator output. Okay, next we need to measure the DAX signal. We connect measure the DAX signal. We connect the probe here and watch into the DSO. We need to measure the auto button, and need to wait for some time. This is the output of DAX signal. Okay, then we need to measure then the signal is going to the demultiplexer part. Then the signal is going to the Butterworth filter, 4th order filter, and after 4th order filter we get the demodulated waveform, demodulated signal. We need to measure demodulated signal. The probe need to connect channel 0, and the negative part is connected to ground. Okay, then the signal is showing in the DSO. Okay, this is channel 0, and channel 1 signal is connected to channel 1 signal the positive probe is connected to channel 1, then we get channel 1 signal. Need to press auto button. Okay, this is the total procedure of PCM, pulse code modulation demodulation technique. Okay, and this is the various signal that we observe in this session. You need to measure and need to note down that signal. Okay.